Okay, so we have a major problem with the simps out here. And I know a lot of YouTubers out there have been talking a lot about that, but I'm just going to put my 2 little cents on it. Um, yeah, simps, you guys need to change your ways. You need to reform because you don't know what you're doing. You're actually making everything worse out here. And like for one thing, you need to ask yourself this question: all the times you've catered to that woman or to these women, to the girl or the female of your interest, all the times you've been nice to her, you've done everything that she asked you, you did all those favors for her. um, I'm going to be like Dr. Phil. How has that turned out for you? How has that come along for you? Did that go your way? Did you get what you want? Did you get the pussy that you wanted? Did you get the relationship that you wanted? Ask yourself. All these different girls, all these different women that you're dealing with, you do all the favors for her. You change her tire. You change her oil for free. You, her door, her faucet fell off, whatnot. You're a handyman. You know how to put it back together for her. You didn't charge her. All you really wanted was just some companionship and maybe some pussy. And it was obvious. It was obvious that's what you wanted, and there's nothing wrong with that. But what did you get what you want? Did she at least, so to speak, rewarded you for your good deeds? I think you know the answer to that. Um, the answer from most of you probably is no. And then you keep on doing favor and favor and favor after more favors, and she still run back to that no good piece of shit t-shirt nigga, the raggedy ass nigga, the bad boy, the criminal, the jailbird, in and out of jail, in and out of the penitentiary, the player, the hustler, the whatever, Or she just goes from the next bad boy to the next bad boy. What have all your good deeds done? Nothing. That's why I'm posing this question to you. Trust me, I know. I was a former simp myself. And I've pretty much gotten rid of, I would say, 95% of my bad habits that I used to do. And every now and then I find myself doing favors for these women. Not that much, because I know for the most part they don't appreciate it. So I'm still working with it. But I feel like I'm in a position where I could pose that question to you because you're probably a full-fledged simp. And that needs to stop. You need to just change. You need to reform. You need to start working on your simpish ways, because you're making it bad out here. Really, you are. Your actions is help bringing down the society of the society that we live in. It's already messed up, and you're making it worse. But you're like, oh well, she's gonna see, she's gonna realize that I'm her friend or that I'm there for her. She's gonna come around. Yeah, and you know what? You're right. She is gonna come around. She's definitely, maybe one of these days she's gonna wake up and realize that you were always there for her. Yeah, exactly. And you know when that's gonna be? I'm going to tell you. After she done had 2 kids, maybe 3, maybe 1, by this no good dude, maybe 2 no good dudes, and after she keeps on getting tossed around and whatnot, maybe, and I predict, about 5 years from now, maybe 10, she will see that, yeah, she should have been with you this whole time. And then I'm going to ask you another question, Simp. What are you going to do then? What are you going to do once she sees her mistake and then she wants to be with you? What are you going to do? Are you going to accept her? Are you going to finally take her in? Are you going to be ready for her when she's ready? What are you going to do? That's what I like to know. I'll tell you what, now, pretty much like I've always, basically, me, I'm not going to take the bitch back. That's me. And even back in my simpish days, and I wasn't really that horrible of a simp, like you guys are. I mean, to me, any level, any amount of simping is just bad, just horrible, ridiculous anyway, and I'm ashamed to admit it, but it's the truth. A lot of us guys are simps or former reformed simps. And, I tell you what, like, my level of simping was, since I was raised around women and I fell for their propaganda and their biasness of, according to them, what a good man should be. I was raised to be a gentleman. I was raised to respect women and not call them bitch and that sort of thing, even if they are being bitches. But a part of me was like this. I was a gentleman. I was nice. And I treated, if the woman gave me a chance, I would definitely treat her well. But I felt like something was wrong. I went along with it because that's what I was told. I was raised that way. I was brought up that way. My influences, my surrounding, and of course, mass media and marketing and other forms of propaganda that I was exposed to. Not just me, but a lot of other young boys are brought up that we should just treat women with respect. We should consider them our equals and whatnot. And I believe in that. But I felt, me being the way I am deep down, once that bitch crossed that line, okay, then I let her know about it. I basically start tripping. Even though I'm told I'm not supposed to do that, I did it if I felt slight. I mean, I just spoke my mind. I'm nice, but if I feel like I'm taken advantage of or I'm just not treated fairly, I voice my opinion. And of course, you're not supposed to do that. That's one of my red pill, my earlier red pill moments, that I wasn't ready to accept. So, yes, simps, you need to reform, change your ways, stop simping, stop being nice to these women. I know that it's hard for you to accept or believe that. I know it was hard for me as well, but after running into a brick wall so many times, I got tired of it. And I started to like open my eyes and see what was really going on. Yeah, yeah, Simp, I'm talking to you. Shape up, reform. This is Neck of the Woods. I'm out.